Good morning, friend. I'm John Samuel, physical therapist from India. Today I'm going to share with you about the humanitarian services. In this historically significant time, our life is going through so much of transitions and transformations. Especially the millions of people, they are going through so much of tribulations, the trials, hardships. Many people, they have lost their dear ones. Many people, they have lost their lives. And many people, they have lost their jobs. And there are so many human conflicts are going on. The human crises are going on. And we can see this. The pandemics and the epidemics, the pestilence are getting erupted out that we cannot control, that we could not find the way. Even we do not understand how it comes and how it's getting spread. And we do not find a way to control it. Yes, we are living in such a hard time. Even in this hard time, there is an important field, groups of people, or what to say, the angels, we can say that the angels of people, they are really serving the humanity. They are none other than the people who are involving in the humanitarian services. The people who are working in the humanitarian agencies, the humanitarian institutions and organizations. We do know that various humanitarian organizations are working around the world, like World Food Program and UNESCO, UNICEF, and so much of the humanitarian organizations are operating. These humanitarian services, these humanitarian operations, the organizations have been found with the great noble purpose of serving the people in the time of need, in the time of emergency. So when the crisis comes, like the human conflicts and the warfare, in the times of the pestilences, in the times of the pestilences, in the times of the natural disasters, in the times of the natural disasters like the earthquake, then floods and cyclones, and when the famine, when the drought is getting increased, these humanitarian organizations, they are striving hard. They are doing their best in order to serve the people during the time of the emergency, during the time of the hardship. They are trying to preserve the lives of the people in the time of need. Especially in the various places, these humanitarian organizations, the staffs who are working in the humanitarian organizations, the volunteers, and the people who are serving in them, really they are sacrificing so much of their life, so much of their efforts in order to protect others, in order to build others' lives. So in these times, we should have a thought in our heart that to actively involve in the humanitarian organizations, the humanitarian services. For that, there are so many opportunities are there. Even you yourself can do individually as a humanitarian service. Like you can give the food for the poor people, the people who are in need, the people who have lost their jobs, the people are struggling with the thought that how they are going to pay the next month bill, and the people who do not have any hope at all. So you can individually help them, or otherwise you can actively participate in one of the humanitarian organizations in your community, in your society, or in the organization in your state, in your country, or in the international organizations in which you can work, or you can work as a volunteer. Even you can give your idea, you can share your expertise, you can give your skills. Because the humanitarian organizations, though there are so many humanitarian organizations around the world are working now, but the needs of the people are beyond our limitation, or the needs of the people are beyond beyond our supply, beyond our what we do have in our hands. So the humanitarian organizations, they are really struggling hard to make the funds, to increase their funds, and to have the better logistics, and to develop an excellent infrastructure, and to coordinate with the other organizations, because these are the organizations, these are the institutions, they are not working in a well developed setup, or what to say, in a well safe setup, but rather these organizations have to work in the time of need, and when there is no infrastructure at all to help them, like in the times of the flood, like in the times of the earthquake, like in the times of the what to say, the human conflicts, the warfare situations. So you and me have to do our best in actively involved in the humanitarian services, and we have to help the humanitarian organizations which have been established around the world to do their best. By doing this, you and me can be a better person. What to say? You and me can be a better part in our community in which we live, and surely we can live a meaningful life, a thoughtful life. Even right now, you may be working in humanitarian organizations, in humanitarian institutions, the agencies. Sometimes some thought you can have, by working in these organizations, what I am going to get, and what my children they are going to get because of all my sacrifice, or what my family members and what my family is going to get, what profit is that I am going to get, because all the day I am working. Most of the times, I have to move out of my home, and I have to work in the different situations around the world. There's so much of travels I have to make. The unprecedented times, the unimaginable, the environments, totally unsafe situations. So what is the safe and what is the profit that I am making by working in one of the organizations? But friend, kindly remember this: when you are building others' lives, surely you are living a meaningful life. There is one verse in scripture, in Bible, which says that the Lord sent his angel to one of the man who has so much of benevolence in heart, who always helps the poor. His name was Cornelius. The Lord had sent angel unto the Cornelius and said, Cornelius, your alms have been remembered, and whatever the things that you have done to the Lord, and whatever the things that you have done to the poor people, it have been remembered in the Lord's presence. Yes. So as a part in one of the humanitarian organizations, in the humanitarian agency, in a humanitarian institution, you are building your society. You are building someone's life. You are protecting with your hands someone's life in a safe and protected situation. You are going to be a part in their future prosperity. So my friend, have this thought in your mind. So go forward and work more and more. Some of you you do not have thought previously in your mind, but this is the time that you should think this, and you should go and actively participate in helping others. You can improve, you can give your skill set to help the humanitarian services by giving your expertise, by giving your knowledge, by helping them to make the better coordination. And because of your great experience all these past years, so you can be a better advisor, you can be a better staff, you can be a better volunteer, you can be a main workforce in the humanitarian institutes where they are working, in wherever the platform they are working, in whatever the place of the world in which they are working. So kindly keep this in your mind. So even in the coming days, I am going to talk, and we are going to discuss, and I am going to share with you and what are the challenges